The member for Sydney.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Yesterday in question time, the Prime Minister claimed funding for students with disabilities in Tasmania wouldn't be cut by 1/3 or $12 million in 2018. Given an answer to a question on notice provided by the Department of Education confirms that cut. Does the Prime Minister now want to own up to the fact that he's cutting $12 million from students with disabilities in Tasmania in 2018?
The Minister for the Environment and Energy.
Commonwealth has provided $1.6 billion to support children with a disability in schools this year, up from $1.1 billion in 2014, Mr Speaker. Under the Turnbull government's reforms, funding for students with disabilities will grow by 5.9% on average each and every year, Mr Speaker. It's estimated that $21 billion will be provided for students with a disability over the next 10 years, Mr Speaker. So the reality is, again, that under the Turnbull government's school funding program, all schools will benefit across the independent sector, the Catholic sector and the government sector. And the member for Sydney should know, in her own electorate, there are 40 schools with 14,000 students, and Alexandria Park Community School will benefit by $5 million.
The Minister will resume his seat for a second. The member for Sydney on a point of order.
Mr Speaker, Alexandria Park Community School, fantastic
the member for Sydney
school,
will resume her seat. Member will resume her seat. No, the member will resume her seat. The Minister has the call.
Mr Speaker, I just want to point out to the House that in the member for Sydney's electorate, the schools will on average be $2.5 million better off as a result of the Turnbull government's plan. And Alexandria Park Community School in the member for Sydney's electorate will be $5 million better off over the next 10 years. And St Mary's Cathedral College, a Catholic school, will be $10 million increase over the next 10 years.